Hello Taurus, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name's Kirsty and today we are going to do a reading specifically for April 2021 for you, and this is a yes-no reading. So if you have a question that you like a yes-no answer to, will such and such happen, or etc, etc, then hopefully this reading will give you not only your answer but some indication, some information about why the answer is what it is. The readings are general, so the best idea with these is to listen to the information around the yes or no, to see if this reading is for you. But also check out your other sun, moon, rising signs, also your Venus signs. If it's a love question that you have, you may find that there is something that sort of resonates better for you in those. So for those of you who saw the Mercury retrograde readings that we did, are they going to return? They're going to take that format. Basically it's 8 cards. This card here indicates the answer. The 4 possible answers are yes, no, delayed, and soon. So this card, I'm going to shuffle out another additional 7 cards. We're going to shuffle them with this one, and that will then give us 4 answers with 2 cards. Where this card falls, it will give us the yes, no, maybe, or soon, and the other cards will give us the information around the answer. So I hope that makes sense. I really enjoyed doing this style of reading back in when was it? I did them February, so I'll probably do them again for the next Mercury retrograde. I did enjoy them, they were a lot of fun. Right, so let's pick you out 7. So if you think of your question, whatever it is that you want to know about, into a sort of a yes or no type format. And 1, 2, hopefully this will then give you 3, some kind of info. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now obviously because this reading is for April, if the answer is no, it might be worth checking back another month, because the answer will be no for April, as in it's not going to happen in April. It's not to say it won't happen at all. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7. That's our 8th card. Pop that in there. Give them all a little bit of a shuffle. Oops, popped out. It's incredibly difficult to shuffle 8 cards. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Oh my goodness me, it just keeps falling out everywhere. Proper flipses. Right, okay. Let's just stop with that now. Okay. So, 2 of Cups. Okay, let me just pop you out the way over here. We don't need to see you. There we go. Well, we do. We love to see the Taurus, but there we go. I'm sure you're more interested in actually seeing the cards. Right, okay, so in the yes position, we've got the 2 of Cups. In the soon, okay, sorry, this is it. So the answer is soon, but with this answer comes, so it may not happen in April, but it is going to happen. But this card speaks, when it's in the soon position, it basically, it's a warning not to, don't try and force the issue. Whatever it is that you're asking about, it is going to happen. It is going to happen soon, but you need to just let things play out in their natural course. So don't do anything. Don't try and force it, basically, if it's here. In the delayed position, we've got the 6 of Wands. I need to move that over. And in the no position, so this is what isn't happening, is the Tower. So, okay. So no to the Tower, that's generally good news, but it depends, I guess. If you want change, that's maybe not so good. Okay, so 2 of Cups, 6 of Swords. So some kind of moving on and thinking, do you know what? I've had enough of that. I'm done with this. I'm off. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords coming through. So the Page of Swords talks about, the swords is all about communication, it's information. The page is a sort of a youthful energy. This could be a child, possibly, those that are asking about children. But this, for most of us, this is talking about information. It's either a small amount of information or learning new information, or this is something at a distance. So this could be learning something via the internet or some kind of long distance correspondence. Okay, so that's in the soon position. So whatever it is that you're asking about, you will probably get some kind of communication, some kind of information, or some kind of knowledge. A small amount of knowledge will be coming your way soon. Don't force the issue, it will come. In the delayed, we've got the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Six of Wands talks about recognition. The Eight of Wands talks about, I love this Eight of Wands. It's such a beautiful card. It's horses, like a stampede of horses. I love this card. And the Eight of Wands talks about taking a lot of action, really kind of going for it and charging through and being recognised for your efforts. So if we're sitting up here, this is a real kind of, I was going to say chill your beans, it's chill your boots, isn't it? Hold your beans. Yeah, so I think this is you. The delayed is the taking action and the recognition. So for some reason, there is going to be, I think you're obviously, because you're waiting for, there's going to be some information or something coming into you. Which is why this recognition and this action is going to be delayed. So, and then we've got the Tower, which is a no, and the Page of Wands. Okay. So the Tower, oh, let's have a look, see what's underneath all of this. Oh, underneath we've got the King of Cups. Okay. So this is the underlying energy, the King of Cups. It could be, if this is an actual person that we're dealing with. Have we got any other cups here? No. The King of Cups talks about emotional maturity, talks about controlling your emotions. So this can be somebody who is emotionally very mature, but it can also talk about somebody who is so good at controlling their emotions that they can possibly sometimes repress them. So there is the kind of the two sides to it. This could also be a water sign. So the King of Cups relates specifically to Scorpio. The Kings are the fixed energy, Cups is water, fixed water is Scorpio, but the other water signs are Cancer and Pisces. So take that as it resonates. If you're sort of thinking about a person, or this could be somebody that is emotionally mature, or this could be talking about your emotional maturity or emotional repression, one of the two. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be different things for different people. It could also be spirituality for some of you, I guess. But yeah, you'll know how it resonates. So in the yes position, so in the yes is something that's kind of happening now or almost immediately, or it's something that you'll be aware of very soon or will definitely happen, in this case in April. We've got the Two of Cups and the Six of Swords. The Two of Cups talks about something that we are emotionally very connected to. With the Two of Cups, it talks about something or someone who reflects back our values to us. A lot of tarot readers see this Two of Cups as a kind of a soulmate energy. But what it is it's something or someone who really kind of shares our values, so we feel emotionally very fulfilled by them. Now we've got the Six of Swords with it, and the Six of Swords is an energy of letting things go mentally, just thinking, do you know what, I'm moving away from the pain and the conflict and the arguing and the verbal sort of the swords is the sort of the energy of the mind. So there could be some kind of, at the sixth we're moving away, at the five there's a conflict and there's a change, so at the sixth you're just kind of letting it go. So I think there is some kind of distancing going on, some kind of, excuse my French, but sort of chucking it in the fuck it bucket. It's like, right, no, I'm done. And you're moving away. So this is something this could be a connection, this could be something that you're connected to moving away with you. So this connection could be, moving out of this area of conflict and out of this area of dispute and disagreement. Or this could be you distancing yourself, or a distancing from this connection, so a sort of a parting of the ways, as it were. As I say, you've got some information, whatever your question is, there is some information coming in about it soon. There'll be some kind of clarity coming in, possibly from a distance, possibly through social media, over the internet, some description. There is a delay, the real kind of action and delay, the real kind of recognition and action. So this could be sort of recognition for your efforts, success. This is sort of being applauded, being a leader, being accolades and wonderfulness. And then with the Eight of Wands, we've got real sort of a lot of action being taken towards it. Now the lengths of which I was I was propelled to talk about don't push it, don't push it, don't push it, which this position here generally does mean that I think it's going to be important for you to allow things to unfold naturally, whatever this information is. Sometimes it can be spying, so there may be some element of spying going on. As I say, it's information from a distance. So I don't know why that's just popped into my head, but that could be relevant for some of you. So I think because we're waiting for this information to come in and there's an element of not pushing it, I think that's why this action, this recognition, this success, whatever it is that we're sort of looking at, has been delayed, will be delayed. And the delay is, you won't receive that until you can take this action. And I think the action is being delayed, obviously, because you're waiting for some sort of information here to come in. And so what isn't going to happen in April is we've got the Tower. And the Tower talks about sort of a change in the structures of our life. A lot of the time the Tower comes in unexpectedly. But generally the Tower comes in, the universe sends in the Tower when there needs to be a change and we've been kind of not looking at it, refusing to accept it. The universe thinks, right, do you know what? Well, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do it for you. It needs to be done. These are generally structures, connections, relationships, excuse me, I'm going to... Oh, sorry about that. That we have outgrown. So the Tower kind of comes in. It can be quite scary. It sort of pulls the rug out. It can pull the rug out from underneath us because it destabilizes or destructures a lot of the foundations of the things that we build our life on. And this is in the no position. So if there is some sort of anxiety or some kind of fear about a destructuring, or you may want it, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you might be hoping for some kind of dismantling of the status quo. That is in the no position, so this is not going to happen this month. And we've got the Page of Wands with it. It's interesting because we've also got the Page of Swords So the Page of Wands is, okay, I'm hearing Swords is mind and Wands is action. So I think this Tower isn't going to happen. The Page of Swords, the Wands is the suit of action. The Wands talks about, the Page is sort of picking it up. There is something, some kind of inspiration, a new project. There is something new, some kind of new action, something to be involved in, something to get engaged with, that's not going to happen. So I think that there is some sort of action that can be taken towards dismantling. That's not going to happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen in April. There's not going to be any sort of recognition or real action. So I think in April, in essence, I think what the cards are saying is that there is some kind of information coming in. Just sit back and let it come in. There's some kind of information coming in. You're going to be, there is some sort of moving on to calmer waters, moving on to sort of greener pastures with something or from something that emotionally you've been very connected to. This could be anything. It could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a situation, it could be a substance, you know, it could be anything. And so there's this sort of moving away mentally. This is all sort of mental and emotional energy here in this top line. There isn't going to be any real action taken, or, you know, any real external changes, any external manifestation. This just seems to be, in April, it's going to be a kind of a month of mental processing, finding things out. There isn't going to be any action. Success is going to be delayed, and there isn't going to be like a kind of a restructuring or a sort of a picking up anything sort of new. I hope this makes sense. Hopefully it should make sense to whoever it is that, you know, that needs to hear this. And this is, so the underlying energy is the King of Cups. So this is talking about, emotional maturity, as I said earlier. And then the energy below that, we've actually got the Four of Cups. And this can talk about emotionally not being very impressed by what's on offer, or thinking specific about something specific, a specific emotional value. But generally the Four of Cups is a bit sort of meh, you know, meh. I'm not impressed with any of these options. But there's a level of emotional maturity, or as I say, you could be dealing with a water sign. Right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. I'd love to hear your stories. If you want to put anything in the comments, do check out your other Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. If the story around this doesn't sort of fit with your circumstances, you may find that your circumstances might be better reflected in one of your other signs if you know them. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.